90% of tech house basses are stupid simple. Come on. So here we have a bullshit pattern and a default serum pattern. Drag your sustain down and we're going to turn this sawtooth into a pluck. And if you want, you can play with the decay until you get what kind of sound that you like, but I like to turn on filter 1 for these kinds of basses, and then you knock up the resonance a little bit. When I'm actually writing, I'll typically automate a lot of parameters rather than hooking them to an LFO, but we're just going to go ahead and hook envelope 1 to the cutoff just to make a sound. Right now you have this. If you knock up the resonance, you get more of a sound out of it, like a kind of a vowel. And I've adjusted the actual width of the envelope. I'm just going to knock the resonance up to where I like it, and here we have it. Just to show you the importance of actually using automations instead of just using an LFO for everything, this is what it sounds like when I've actually automated. This is what the shape kind of looks like right here. Just to add some more flavor, I've added another oscillator, and it's a sine wave, and it's up 2 octaves from the original one. And I'm actually automating the FM from that oscillator as well. It's something like this. Of course, if you use your brain and when you play it, you're going to see that there's some sub-range in this sound. And because this bass is not actually that clean, you're going to go ahead and just add an equalizer, and then make sure you adjust the Q on that so that it's not like a huge resonant spike, and drag it to cut off like most of the sub range on here. Then go ahead and turn on your sub oscillator and go over to the mix panel, and instead of sending it to main, you want to send it directly to the DAW, right? So otherwise it would go to the main effects. You can see a lot more prominent of a sub range spike here. Basically, this is what it sounds like. I've added some crappy drums and a little melody right here. I think you get the idea. Seriously guys, don't be lazy. I think it's more about, rather than making crazy sounding patches, you need to actually just sit down and put in the work and automate and have clever songwriting. Check out my music in my bio for examples on how I use shit tons of automation and clever sound design to make good music. Like, follow, comment if this helped you level up your sound.
Bye bye for now. Thanks for watching.